Hey guys. Hey, I'm up. It's hot. I can't sleep. So I think it's perfect for me to do this quick review on American Horror Stories, Season 2, Episode 3, Title Drive. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I did not like this episode. So I'm not going to give a detailed by detailed, breakdown of the episodes like the previous two. Because to me, I'm not going to say it was a waste, but it just was entertaining. But it was very educational. So to give you an idea of what happened, for those of you who've seen it, it's going to be quick. If you haven't seen it but you want to, then, I would suggest you watch it first before you listen to the review. So episode 3 of season 2, American Horror Stories, stars Bella Thorne in an episode called Drive. Now, in the episode, she plays a young lady named Piper who goes to the club a lot. And in the episode, she has a best friend who's black. And the best friend and her, they're basically talking about which guys they're going to get, which guys they're going to pick up. And which one is going to pick them out. Is it going to be me or is it going to be you? So it turned out it was going to be Piper. So what happens is that the young lady gets to pick this guy who pretty much, he's cute and so forth. But what happens is she likes to take them to the car, buy them, like once they're going to the club, she likes to have sex with them and tells them, get out. Well, actually, take that back. Her name is Marcy. It's not Piper. Piper, I believe, is the best friend. That's the best friend. So Marcy takes this guy and, she tells him, you got to go. But we're going to see later in the episodes what goes down. So Marcy has this man living with her named Chaz. And Chaz loves her. And, he wants them to basically, pick up their relationship where they left off at. Come to find out that's her husband. So she's like, I just want my space. I don't even think we could keep doing this. Like, you eventually going to have to move out. So he don't want to move. He pretty much wants to still be there for Marcy. So what happens is there's a second time they go to the club and Piper tells her friend Marcy, you need to stop picking up men from the club. It's not healthy and it's dangerous. So you know what she does? She picks up a female. And Piper's looking for Marcy. And she sees her. I can't even say if it was what I think it was. But she was basically digitally, pleasuring the woman. But it didn't seem like pleasure. It seemed low-key. It seemed like she was abusing her. Honestly. And the way she was moaning, it's like she was screaming more so. So what happened was Piper said, you need to stop this. You told me to not pick up any men anymore. She was like, yeah, I mean people. I didn't know he was going to pick up a woman. So she was like, well, you should have told me not to pick up anyone. So she kicks the woman out the car. And let's just say that woman was lucky. So what happens is the third time, well, not really the third time she goes to the club, but there's a man when she's driving home from the club. Young man sees her. And while he kind of was feeling her, but he sees this other man in the back of the car and he's like, whoa, like it looked like that man was trying to kill her. So he followed her home, but then for some reason, Marcy sort of swerved the car to where he lost track of her. So what happened was, like, he was following her home by driving in front and she caught the license plate. So she remembered the license plate and looked it up and then went to this man's job. So she went to the man's job and he worked at a place where he was selling like, home decor. He sold knives. He was like a kitchen specialist. So she asked him about the knives and they was like playing it off like, so forth. And she kind of thought that he was dangerous. So what happens is the husband is willing to move out, because he's like, I love you so much. I want to give you a space, but I want to help you. I basically want to help you with what you're doing. So I'm kind of like, well, what is she doing? But I started thinking that the woman was real sinister with the way she was doing the girl. I thought that was weird, and how she cut off her supposed best friend who was telling her, like, stop taking men home. So what happens is she follows the man who was trying to, like, save her life. She follows him to his house. And so the man's like, no, I think he followed. No, she broke in, something like that. Or the apartment that I don't know. It was something, I think, the apartment or whatnot. So the man pretty much said, listen, I've been trying to help you. I've been seeing that you've had men like in your car trying to hurt you. And so I am not one of those that's basically, trying to do the same. But you need to be careful because you don't know who's in your car and you don't even know how that man got in. So she does something to him that's sinister, and she basically sticks him in the neck with a needle that basically causes him to pass out. So he wakes up in this place or room where she got all these like utensils, not even utensils, but equipment used to torture him. So come to find out, what Marcy was doing was picking up men, and she was going to pick up the girl to basically have sex with them in the car and then kill them. But what happened was the man that she first told to get out, he didn't want to leave. So she ended up tying him up and pretty much, killing him. The woman was going to get killed, but Piper stopped it. Had this man minded his business, he would have never ended up being tortured. Come to find out, the husband was involved in it, and he basically wasn't really, he wasn't really like naturally inclined to do those kind of things, but because of the love of his wife, he wanted to prove himself. So she really wasn't feeling it. She didn't really think he had it in him. That's the reason why she wanted to see other people. So it wasn't just, the thrill of, I want to serial kill them, but it was basically like, you don't really have it in you to do this. So they ended up torturing the man and killing him. But then they had to get one final person, and that was Piper. So the best friend, who was black, they ended up torturing her in the end. And that one, they loved doing it together. So the moral of the story is, with the episode of Drive, stop picking up people in the clubs and having sex with them, because you may be picking up a serial killer. It may be some Ted Bundy or Theodora Bundy, like in her case. And go to the club just to go to the club and have fun. A person you think is cute, sexy, can be a freaking demented killer. And that's what Marcy was. And the thing, I thought it was play on the word, her name Marcy. It's sort of like mercy, but she didn't have mercy for anyone. So I thought it was interesting how they named her. I thought Bella Thorne did a good job portraying the character, but I did not like the episode. It wasn't entertaining at all. And I think that Ryan Murphy purposely didn't want it to be entertaining. I think he wanted people to pick up on that episode being a cautionary tale on one night stands. And also a cautionary tale on friendships. Like when Piper saw how, as a woman, she was like, the way she was doing the stuff to that girl, that was on some torture shit. Piper, when she cut her off, she should have certainly cut her off, like totally, to where that woman wouldn't have known anything about her. But she was probably able to lure her back, probably telling her, oh, I'm changing my life, I apologize and everything. I'm not going to go to the club, because she even told in the episode, I'm going to stop doing this. But she lied and instead chose a woman. So that's the whole twist of the episode. I didn't like it. I'm not going to give a play-by-play. I was just bored out of my ass with it. I didn't care for it. So, I made the 10-minute mark. With that being said, I'm signing off. I don't know what this week's episode is, but if I don't do a review on it, then you know that it was just too creepy. Take care and have a good day.